Hi friends, I wanted to show you our sight word of the day. It's this word here, it's into. Can you read that with me? Into. Now, what's interesting about this word into is it has actually two words in it. If I cover up the last part, do you know this part right here? This is a word. That's the word in. Very good. Now if I cover up in, look here, what's this? Two. Yes, into. Now into is what we call a compound word. It's when two words are put together to make a new word. And we'll talk more about compound words later on in the year. I just wanted to tell you about that with this one because this is our sight word for this week, into. Now, if you need time to go get supplies, here's what you're going to need. You're going to need a whiteboard. You're going to need a marker and an eraser. You can use an eraser if you have one, or if you don't have an eraser, you can just use a like a tissue or anything like that. If you don't have a whiteboard and marker, that's fine. You'll just need to get some sort of paper that you can write on, a paper and a marker or pencil or crayon, anything that you can write with. Okay? Also, you need to be able to spell the word into with some sort of letter tiles or magnetic letters or anything that you can move it around. See, I've got magnetic letters for this one, so I'm going to use magnetic letters. But if you don't have excuse me, my tongue is getting twisted today. If you don't have magnetic letters, you can always use a piece of paper like I showed you last week. Get a little thin strip of paper, write the word into on it, and then cut it into actual individual letters. Okay, so if you need to go do that, you can pause and then come back and push play and continue. Okay? All right. Here we go. I've got the word into spelled with the letters that I'm going to move around. I'm going to do a mix and fix with this one. Okay? So since I know this word, I feel pretty comfortable about this word, I'm going to turn my correct spelling over. If you have that correct spelling already written or on a card or something, and if you think that you can do this without looking, then don't look. But if you feel like you need it, if you want to look, that is totally fine. This practice is to help you learn it. So if you feel like you already know it, great. If you don't know it yet, that's fine too. Okay, so it's all up to you, whatever you need to learn this word. Okay, so as I said, I already know, I think, pretty well how to spell this word. I'm going to cover it for now. Okay, so, and I've got it already spelled because I already checked. When I put them down correctly, I double checked. Okay, that's how I knew that I already knew it. So I'm going to cover it up. Now I'm going to do a mix and fix. So remember, you mix it all up so that all the letters are all mixed. I'm going to make sure that they are facing the right way now, that they're all the way they should be, okay? Now, they're not in order, but they're all the way, all the letters look the way they should, okay? Now, I'm going to fix it. I remember at the beginning of I remember with this word, there was two words put together, and they were little words, and we put them together to make this word. Into, so I need to spell in and to, so I can do that. There's in and two, and I need to put them together. Did I make into? I think so. I'm going to check. I always need to double check even if I think that I am spelling it correctly, I always need to check. And I got it. Good. Now, the reason you always need to check, boys and girls, even if you think that you've got the word and you've got it correctly, you need to double check because remember with sight words, we want you to know them on sight or just know them when you see them. And it's very important that you learn them correctly because if they're incorrect and you learn them incorrect, it's going to be a lot harder to learn them the right way. Okay, so that's important. You always need to double check. All right, now I'm going to mix and fix again. Turn that over. And since that one was fairly easy for me, I'm going to see if I can do it faster. Okay, now if you need to look, you can look. That's fine. You do what is good for you, remember? I just want you to do this a couple times and practice a couple times. All right, with the mix and fix. Mix it. Okay, now make sure that all the letters are facing the right way. See, there. See, I don't want that to be like that. I want the N to be facing correctly. Okay. Now I'm going to see if I can do it quickly, because last time I did it. Let's see. Oh, look at that. Wait. Got it, I think. Let's check it. I-N-T-O, I-N-T-O. Very good. Now let's read it. Into. Now, if you would like to practice a few more times with the mix and fix, you go right ahead. I'm going to move on to our sentence writing. So if you want to practice some mix and fix some more, hit the pause button on the video for a little while until you're ready to move on. I'm going to move on to sentence writing. Okay. Now, I'm going to keep this here so that I make sure that I spell that word correctly. Okay. And for this, I'm just going to use my whiteboard and my marker and my brain. I'm going to think of a sentence. Oh, you know what? I had this happen just this weekend. I was playing in the neighborhood actually right in front of my sister's house with my nephews, and we were playing with a bouncy ball thing. And the bouncy ball, it's one of those high bounce balls that bounces really high, and we were playing on the sidewalk, kind of in their driveway. And I bounced it, and it went into the street. So I think that's what I'm going to write my sentence about. Let's see. The ball went into the street. The ball went into the street. Ooh, that's six words. Okay. The ball went into the street. Okay, can you see that? Let me see. I need to move my camera. Oh, that's pretty good. Okay. So, the ball went into the street. That's my sentence. If you want to do a different sentence, that's fine. It's up to you. Now, remember, when you're writing a sentence, I want you to spell things how you know how to spell them. So if you already know a sight word that's in there, if you already know a word that's in there, great. If you need to figure out a spelling, that's fine. You just say the word slow, stretch it out, and write what you hear, okay? And also, remember that you have the sight word that you're learning. Make sure that that is spelled correctly, okay? All right. Oh, and then make sure that you have everything good that a sentence needs. Capital letters, the beginning, ending punctuation, good spacing, all that. All right? Okay. Now, the ball went into the street. So I'm going to start with the. I know how to spell the. So I'm going to go ahead and write that. I'm going to write a capital letter, capital T at the beginning because it's the beginning. Okay? The ball. Oh, I'm not sure about that one. I can stretch it though. Remember, you write what you hear. Ball went. Ooh, I can hear a blend at the end. Went into. I need to make sure I spell it correctly. And this is the point where it's okay to look. Went into the street. I'm going to have to stretch street out. Ooh, there's a blend at the beginning. An S blend. Stir. E. Oh, street. Street. Good. The ball went into the street. Oh, I almost forgot. I heard somebody tell me, thank you. Somebody told me, period. There we go. I almost forgot. Thank you for the reminder. The ball went into the street. Sounds pretty good, huh? Now, I want you to, when you're done here, when you're done with your sentence, I want you to go take your sentence and read it to somebody in your house. I want you to brag. You learned a new word today. You learned the word into. So you're going to tell somebody, that you know this word, into. You're going to read it for them. You're going to spell that for them. Then you're going to read your sentence to them. You need to brag because you learned something new today. Good job.